Okay, so the first part, we're gonna go to Canva, and in there, we're gonna create our planner's visual. So we're gonna create this beautiful planner right here together. And then the second part is where we make all the tabs clickable, and I show you how to use master slides and things like that. So if you came to this video for that, how to create hyperlinks in your planner, you can jump to that video and you can find the timestamp in the description below. Okay, let's get started, and let's get started with Canva. So first up, we need the correct size, right? We need to know what kind of planner we're creating. So we're gonna go to Canva, click Create and Design, and then you can just type in here US letter document, and you can just click on that. Then it's gonna select 8.5 to 11 inches, and this is the size that actually GoodNotes says that this is one of the best sizes that you could choose, but also it's so universal that you could create a planner that later you could sell for GoodNotes, Noteshold, Notability. So you could resell the same planner, just have different keywords on your Etsy shop. Now I have my horizontal view, and now I can choose my gray color. So I'm just gonna click here, and I'm gonna go to the very top and just do that. So we have that. To make this process better and more efficient, we're gonna create some guides. And the way we're gonna do it is you're gonna click R, and then you're gonna hold Shift and Option and just resize it. I'm gonna choose 0.4. And then I'm gonna move this to the corner. Then I'm gonna hold Option key and move the other one to the other corner. And then I'm gonna create one more and move it to the middle, so make sure the pink line is right in the middle. Okay, now I'm gonna hold Option and just make it a little smaller, maybe 0.2. Here, now let's click File and then Show Rollers and Guides, and then I can just drag this and it snaps automatically. So I don't have to because sometimes on Canva that's tricky. I'm gonna do this, move this one here, now I'm gonna move this one here, and I'm gonna move the last one there, and then I'll also separate the middle one. So basically just follow me and do that, and then delete everything else. So select everything and delete. So here we have our guides for the planner now. Now that I have that, I can easily create my paper. So again, I'm gonna click R, or if you don't like this method, you can just click Lines and Shapes and choose the shape. And then I'm gonna move it to the corner, and then I'm gonna move it to the other corner, and then I'm gonna duplicate this by holding Option and then Shift. I'm gonna select both of them, and I'm gonna make them white. So here, really easy. Now that I've done that, I can actually remove the guides. I don't really need them, but again, depends on what you're gonna do. And now we need to create the coils. So this part, where are you? Here. So this one's. So you can buy them, and there's a link in the description below from Etsy, or you can try to create your own, and I'm going to show you how you can do that. So one of the ways is to just write Open Notebook over here, and then you're going to start finding these nice notebooks that have ring coils in between, in the middle. Don't choose one that has this background. Choose something that's like this, like a white background. And don't worry if it's a little too dark, we can always make it brighter, and I'm gonna show you just how. So I'm gonna choose this, click Edit Image, Remove Background Remover. I click Apply, and that's where it is. I'm gonna make these lines, the purple lines, smaller because I don't need such a big file. There's nothing there anyways. And it appeared again. Sometimes it does that. Let's choose a different one so it's easier. Is it easier? It is. Okay, let's do this with this one. So if you just try and the image just doesn't work, find a new one. Very easy. And you can also find images in pixels. So there's really no limit for images like that. Okay, so as you can see, I like this one even better actually, so I'm gonna keep that one. I'm gonna click Apply, and this is how we have it. And because my image is, as you can see, is I need to zoom in and make sure that it's in the middle of this. So here, I can do it like this, or I can create two small ones, or I can make them bigger and create ones like that. So really, this comes to personal preference, but I like to select both of them and make sure that they're in the middle. Okay, so the one I had in the example was this one, and this is the other version. Now, what I want to add to create a realistic feel and kind of make this planner a little nicer is some shadow underneath. And we're just gonna type in shadow. And then you can choose free ones or you can choose paid ones, really doesn't matter. And then I can just move it here and go down and put it under. So you can position background. I really recommend that you learn some of the shortcuts, or like, you know, once in a while just pay attention to them because it makes it so much easier. And then we're gonna make this a little bit, we're gonna turn it down and we're gonna move this one by holding Option key here, and I'm gonna decrease even more. I want it to look like there are two different pages, so that's the look I like. If you want, you can keep both of them the same. This one I feel like it's a little too strong, so we're gonna tone it down. Okay, now that we have our pages and it looks like there's something under them, we can go and create our monthly line, like this one. So for that, it's very easy. I just click L to create a line. Then I choose the weight, that's 1. So it's nice and thin. And then that's it. Now, if you want, you can follow a guide here. And, you know, because there's one guide that I can follow, the pink one. I'm going to put it there just to make it easy for myself. And then I'm going to click T. So make sure you deselected everything, then click T, and then your text appears. I'm gonna type in month, and I'm gonna choose Playfair display font, and that's it. My month part is ready. If I feel like it needs a little bit more spacing, I don't have to follow these guides anyways, and you can actually turn them on and off here. I don't know if you can actually turn off those pink ones. But anyways, I'm just gonna eyeball it. But what I wanna make sure is that this side is the same as this side. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create a little rectangle here and do it like that. And then make sure that it's the same size. Okay, I'm gonna delete them later, don't worry. I'm just gonna group them. Okay, now we need to add the months. And the way we're gonna do it is we're gonna click rectangle again. Basically, this planner is made from rectangles. Welcome to the rectangle land. Okay, and I'm gonna hold Shift and I'm gonna hold Option to make sure it's a square instead of a rectangle. And then I'm just gonna hold Option and Shift to move them. So first you hold Option, then you hold Shift. And so we have 4. Now they're way too big for me, so instead I'm gonna resize them. I need 5 of these, or 4. No, let's do 4 on one side and 3 on the other. And actually, I don't know why I grouped it. I don't want to group it. And I'm gonna move it here to make sure that it's the same size also. And I'm just gonna move these, hold them, and hold Shift, and then just make them that size. Now I can delete the guides on that side, but I don't really like how it looks. So actually I'm gonna hold it over here. I want it to end here. I feel like visually it's more eye-pleasing. So that's what I'm gonna do. Hold Shift, and that's it. Okay, now these, I like to make them very weird colors so I don't forget to delete them. And now I'm gonna copy these and paste them here. And I'm gonna copy them again because they ran away. And I'm gonna paste them here. And one more time. And one more time. So here we have our month. And now we need the same on this side. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna select everything, deselect the things I don't wanna be selected. And then I'm just gonna drag them to this side. I don't remember if it's 5 or 4. 5, okay. So now I have them. I'm gonna kind of click on the objects I don't want to change anymore. And so this and this. So I'm holding Shift while I'm doing this. And then I'm gonna lock them so I don't have to, you know, worry about them. And this one also, I don't really want to move them, want them to stay. So I don't really like using guides, like those lines are distracting for me. I rather use my squares, but if you like the guides, you can use them. I'm gonna select everything. I feel like they should go a little lower, like over here. I like that, okay. And I'm also gonna change the color. Because the thing is, if I group them, what Canva does is it doesn't allow you to change the color. So now when I click on it, it just changes one shape. But if it's ungrouped and selected, then I can change all of their color. So yeah, I'm not a fan. Anyways, I'm gonna add some lines here. So I'm gonna just copy this. And we're gonna move it to this. And I'm gonna add it like that. And then I'm gonna select it. Make sure position vertically. That's all fine. And then I'm gonna move it to the middle. Yeah. I think it's too many, so I'm just gonna keep 3. And maybe I want them longer. Let's delete this. Let's see how it looks like. Yeah, it looks kind of empty, so we're gonna do that. But again, like, see what happens? Even if I group them, I can't move them. I can't change them. So that part is very annoying for me. I have to individually change them, or otherwise it doesn't work. I can't just select all of them and change it. In Google Slides you could, but I know most people are more comfortable here. That's why I decided to make a video here instead of Google Slides. But anyways, now I don't worry about anything. I'm gonna group them. So I'm gonna group these 3, and then these 3, and then this. And now I'm gonna just copy them. Now, I'm gonna make sure that this one is at the right place, and then this one is at the right place, which is the middle of the square. Then I'm gonna select all of them, and then I'm gonna click position and vertically. So now they're all perfectly aligned really nicely. Now, what else we need is this like note down here. So I'm just gonna copy this and add it as a note, and then just copy the same thing. And now this part is over, you guys. So it was pretty quick, I think. And you can see, looks pretty similar. One more thing that we are missing is these days. So we are just gonna copy this, move it, make sure it's all aligned. And then I'm gonna say Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I feel like these had 3 and then they had 2 for some reason. Sometimes what Canva also does is adds these dots that are driving me crazy because I didn't tell you to do that. I mean, they're helping me, but don't need help. Okay, so I have this. I feel like this is way too long, and I make sure that everything's aligned. So it's, you know, kind of OCD, but it is what it is. Okay, so that's what it is, and then maybe this line would look good here also. I don't know, what do you think? Okay, so I feel like it's a little bit, I'm gonna align them in the middle. I think this is good. Okay, so this one I don't need anymore. I'm gonna unlock it and delete it, and this is how it looks like now. We can look at what else we need, and we need the tabs. So let's go to the tabs. And I'm gonna click R as a rectangle. And in this case, what I recommend is making a tab smaller than you actually will need later. Because when you try to zoom in on Canva, it's fine. If you try to make something smaller so many times, it's such a pain and they don't let you. So keep that in mind. But I kind of like this. I think those are cute. So 1, 2, 3, 6. So we create 6 and then we create 6 more. And then I'm gonna make them bigger. So now making them bigger is no problem. Just holding shift, and I'm just gonna put them here and but see, making them smaller, it's such a pain. Like, they don't let me. Like, I know you can't see, but I can't do it. So that's why first you make it as small as possible, and then only then you make it bigger. And the way I'm gonna do it is I'm gonna add it here. And I actually need one more for the homepage. Here. Make sure everything's aligned perfectly. And now I'm good. Okay, so now I can make them bigger. I have 13. You needed 13. I'm gonna, yeah. And that's it. Very easy. But you know, like if you want to change them here, you can't. You have to do one by one. So it's better to do it the first time the way you want it. Okay, so we have them here. And the way we can do it, we can make them different colors. We can make, you know, maybe this one is darker. You can also just add the numbers or the months here. So whatever you feel like is better for you. I'm gonna make them different color just because. So I'm just gonna add the colors. I don't know how people prefer it. They probably prefer it that it's numbered because, you know, then it's easier for them to know and quickly click to January or February or something. But I'm not listening to them. This is my plan right now. I'm not selling it. So I'm just gonna do this process. So just click the last color and then go a little bit darker. And maybe I want to repeat the same thing. So then I just leave this one and then I just click the colors I had before. Very easy process. Maybe it takes you a minute, but I like the look. So I'm gonna do it. Okay, so we have this, and then this one I want to be completely different because this is my homepage. So I'm gonna do something like this, and yeah, that's it. Or maybe even more different. Maybe like, let's make it almost black. This really stands out, or white. Yeah, white is fine. Okay, so we have this, and now what we're gonna do, you can also add a line to it if you want. And make it to 0.5 or 1. So it also could be something interesting. I kind of like the bold look. I don't know. No, this is too bold. It's too bold. But yeah, I can play with this forever and ever, and that's kind of the problem. So, okay. I think this is good. This, I don't know. I can't decide what to do with it. Happens all the time. So what I sometimes do when I can't decide is I create a new one. And then I just try different things and then choose what I like. Yeah, I like this gray one. Okay. See? Easy. So I don't feel like FOMO of missing out or for, like, you know, like losing my project. So now what we need is to differentiate these and to show what is what. So I like to add a home button. So you can actually burger home menu. I don't know what's called. I don't remember. Yeah, that's the one. And you can just add this. You can also go to flat icon, and so this one, and download the icons that you want. This is also something you can do. So I'm gonna add this, and I'm gonna add it in white, I think. Yeah, I like how it looks like. Let's see again on Canva. I don't know why it's so difficult for them to make things smaller sometimes. Okay, here it is. So this is my menu, my index page, my home page, whatever you would call it. And then here I'll have my months. So in this version, I wrote numbers. Now we're gonna just write, I'm gonna copy this, paste it here, and then I'm gonna just write the first letter of the month. And I'm gonna repeat this process. So I'm gonna write F. Maybe let's make them small. As my English teacher wouldn't like this, but you know, it's design. You can do whatever you want. February. I'm so bad with months. Like I don't remember months. Like the sequence. Okay, so now that we have all of them and they're perfectly perfect, I'm making sure that this one is right in the middle. So I'm gonna zoom into that and just drag it to the middle. We'll see when that line appears. And then last one also, make it in the center. Okay, and then once you do that, you're gonna select all of them. So first I'm selecting the squares, but some of the letters are selected also. but I'm gonna just select the squares and I'm gonna lock them. And then this one is probably J, so don't judge me. And then I'm gonna select everything again. And I'm gonna say, you know what, vertically and center. So here, and you know what, also make them white. Here, it's a bossy. Okay, so this is one of the versions, and this is the other version I've created. And now we get to the good part. So now I'm gonna download this page. So I'm just gonna say, you know, download PNG, and I'm just gonna choose the second page. Download, and then we're going to Google Slides. Choose blank, just go here, and then go to File, Page Setup, and we need to change the size of this. So make sure you choose the size that your planner is. So in my case, it was 11 inches to 8.5. And then I'm gonna delete this. And what we're gonna do now is the good part. So excited. We're gonna go to Slide and we're gonna click Edit Theme. So Edit Theme is basically master slides, but Google Slides recently changed the name. So if you know what master slides are, same thing. Basically what it means is that this whole thing that I put in this first slide is gonna be repeated on each slide that I have. So I'm gonna delete everything that's here. And then I'm gonna insert image, upload from computer. Or actually I can't drag, I think I could, oh yeah, I can just drag it. And then I'm just gonna adjust it because for some reason they decided they don't wanna do it exactly. So this is kind of concerning, but whatever. Yeah. So we have the master slide here now ready for us. And then each time I'm gonna create a new slide now. It's gonna repeat that part and I actually can't do anything to it. So you can't edit it here. It's done. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna create 13 slides like that. So 4, copy, and so I'm just gonna create 6 first so it's easier for me. And then I'm gonna select everything. So all of them and duplicate. So I have 12 slides now and we're going to create one more for index or for the cover. Okay, so now if you want to add a cover, you can just, you know, create a little square here. Again, me and my rectangles, best friends. So here it is, my little thing. Maybe I want the line to be transparent. Maybe the color could be nicer. So maybe let's do something pink, dirty pink. And then I'm just gonna type in text. So I'm gonna add this text box over here. And I'm gonna just say my planner. So I have this planner. I'm gonna make it in the middle, so central. And now finally, we're gonna add hyperlinks. So we're gonna go to the second slide and then we're gonna click Slide, Edit Theme. Now make sure you click on the theme because it's gonna add you to the layout and we don't need to be there, we need to be on the theme. So now that I'm here, I can actually add my hyperlinks. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click this icon here, click Shape, and then just add a bunch of squares again. Make it really visible. And then I'm gonna just add all of them. Now don't worry about adding them perfectly. We're gonna distribute and align them, but just add a bunch of them. I'm gonna select multiple ones so I don't have to just do it one by one. And then 2 last ones. So the ones you do need to care about where they are placed is the first one and the last one. So let's look at the last one and let's make sure that's like exactly where we want it to be. And same with the first one. Now select all of them. Deselect the main page. So just hold Shift and click on it. And then let's change the color. First, distribute, sorry. So I'm gonna right click on them, distribute, and then I'm gonna click vertically. So they're all nice. And then I make sure that they're all aligned as well in the center. Okay, now I can make them invisible. So I'm gonna remove this and I'm gonna remove the color. So that's just all it is. You can also create these tabs here instead of creating them in Canva, but I like to create them like this because now if I want, I can just change this one background and my tabs are gonna stay the same. So for example, if I go back to this planner and I say, let's download this, turn this off. If I go here and I delete the image and I add this image instead, because my tabs are at the same place, I'll have no issue. I will have no issue changing it. Or let's say if I went to my planner, let's go to this one that I've created, and let's say I want it in pink version, I would go here, change this. Well, this doesn't look great, maybe lighter. And let's say I want to change all the squares. I'm going to choose all the squares and I'm going to make them pink. And same here. Well, here it's complicated. Let's lock this up. Let's lock everything we don't need. And then I'm going to choose this and I'm going to make it pink. So now I can download this planner. So let's download just the current version. Download, and then I can go back to Google Slides and add it really quickly over here. So I'm just dragging it and put it here. Now make sure it's at the back. So I'm going to delete this one. And then I'm going to go order send to back. And now I have my links here. So that means that now that when I'm creating the links, they're gonna stay the same for the same planner. Just make sure that the tabs are at the same places. Okay, so now with these tabs, we're clicking on the first one, we're clicking this insert link, or you can use a shortcut. And then you're gonna say slide 1, because it's the cover, or it's the home page, depends on what it is. In this one, I need slide 2 because that's my January. So I'm gonna click here and say slide and then copy this and write 2. I'm gonna click this one, paste 3, apply. Just again, same process. So see how much more quickly it is when you do it like that, especially if you use shortcuts. The only thing you need to remember is which number it was before, but even that, don't worry about because we can add it later. We can check on it. Okay, 8. And make sure don't just click apply, click on the slide itself because that's what I'm doing and that's why it's sending me that error. And another thing, when you write slide and copy it with a space so it's easier for you. And now I just forgot which one it is. 9, 10. I messed up somewhere. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. No, everything's good. Okay, just making sure. And then this one. So this one was 9. I mean, you're not going to be talking like me, so it's going to be better for you. 10. I promise this is going to end soon. 11, 12, and 13. 12. And then you never have to do this again. You can create a million planners. 13. So here. So now you're probably wondering, okay, but what does that do? So what it does is that in each page, I don't have to copy and paste these links. I can already use them. So let's see how it looks like. Download. We're going to download it as a PDF. And now if I click on it, I have my planner. I have my links. I can click on them and go to different pages, which you don't see. You see it here. It's changing here, but we need to add the months. So the way we do this is we can have a layout. So we're gonna say slide, edit theme, and then here are the layouts. So this one I'm just gonna delete. Don't want it. Bye. And then this one I'm gonna add. So I'm gonna add it exactly where I need it to be. I'm gonna make it Garamond, and I'm gonna make it smaller, so maybe 20. So this is way too big. Okay, and then I'm gonna say January. No, you didn't listen to me. It's just very slow right now. Don't. Maybe nervous, camera nervous or something. What is this? Oh, I don't need to write anything here. It's just the text. Okay, silly me. Anyways, never mind, moving on. So I'm gonna make this even more smaller. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select all of these and I'm gonna go slide, apply layout, and I think it was title slide. Yeah. So I'm just gonna say January here. The thing I didn't do there, I don't know if I can. Let's go back to the slide edit theme. Yeah, I need to make sure it's the right place. And also I feel like it's way too big still. Here, what do you think? I think it looks good. Looks much better. Okay, now this is the perfectionist in me, which like is never happy, but here it is. Okay, so now it's all changed everywhere, and all I need to do is write January, February, March, and so on. I'm not gonna do all of them. I've already, but so you see that it's changing. And now if I download this as a PDF, I can move between slides, and as you can see here, it's changing to the right month. Well, I don't know months, as you can see, so I messed up, but it's changing, okay? So you can find them here. I don't know, what did I do that happened? Let's see, let's fix this. So I don't leave you with something that I messed up. So this is slide 2, this is slide 4, that's why. So to change this, I'm gonna click again and just write slide 3. So this was me talking too much. And then this one is slide 4. Anything else you want to tell me? No, you're good, you're happy. Okay, so now it's correct planner. And we can do the same for the days, add the links to the days. So you would do the same process, which go to the master slide. So don't add it here, go to slide, edit theme, go to the main one, and then there you add it to the new ones. So you do the same thing, little square thingies that you create, and you can make this transparent, and then you just add multiple ones and repeat the process the same way we did for the other one. And if you're asking, but where are my pages? Well, you create them. So you create a new slide, and then here you can choose the layout. If you want, you can just delete this also, no worries. And you can just make it on top of everything. Another thing that I think is really cool is sometimes people make these clickable. So again, we would do the same thing. We would go to edit theme and we would make the squares again Let's just call this a square video. And then we will add the links to, let's say, slide 1 as our homepage. And we're gonna just move them. This could be slide 2 or a different slide. So this could be your sticker slide. And then you just add the links to them. So just choose one and then add the link and then move on from there. I hope that this video is helpful, and also don't forget to turn off the transparency and the lines. Okay, I hope that this video is helpful for you. Also, if you have any questions whatsoever, just leave them in the comments below. Subscribe if you haven't, and see you in the next one.